Alright fellas, you had enough of me yesterday, I know, but I got more news for you today. Let's get into it. Alright, the first of the books that I'm going to be talking about, the DC is publishing this year, is the second omnibus of Superman the Triangle Era. So you've got what's collected in here, of course, the continuation of the Simonson, Ordway, Stern, and Jurgens era of Superman continuing in full. This is a 1,456 pager that is $150, coming out next year on the 30th September. This is going to collect Superman issues 64 to 77, Adventures of Superman 487 to 499, Action Comics 674 to 686, Superman the Man of Steel 9 through 21, Justice League America 69, Superman Legacy of Superman #1, Supergirl Team Luthor Special #1, and News Time, The Life and Death of Superman #1. Yes, friends, this second volume is going to dip into the death of Superman, and of course we'll have the return of Superman if they ever publish a subsequent volume 3 right after. So for all of you who might be asking, oh, are they gonna skip around because of the numerous times that they've printed out Death and Return of Superman, it doesn't look like it. You're gonna have them in full and in the perfect reading order in Omnibus Volume 2. Next up, we got Flash by Joshua Williamson Omnibus Volume 2. This is, of course, continuing the rebirth era and run of Flash with Joshua Williamson. Now you got Howard Porter on year 1. Got a lot of stuff there, coming out on the 23rd of September at 936 pages at $125. This is going to collect issues 36 to 69 of Flash, along with annuals #1 and 2. And Batman 64 to 65. Those of you who might not know, this also contains, like I said, the Batman issues. It's going to have the Price crossover tie-ins to Tom King's Heroes in Crisis, which are penned by Joshua Williamson himself. If we ever get a Batman by Tom King omnibus, it will be very, very interesting to see if DC decides to opt in to those crossovers that aren't written by Tom King, or if they're going to say, we're only going to do all of the issues by that creator. Next up, we got the Wonder Woman by John Byrne Omnibus hardcover coming out on the 2nd of September at 1016 pages at $100. This is going to collect issues 101 to 136 and annual number 5 through 6 of Wonder Woman from 1987 and onward. You got stories from Action Comics 600, Adventure Comics 80-page giant #1, Adventures of Superman 440, Sergio Aragones Destroys DC #1, and Wonder Woman Secret Files and Origins #1. So if you bought these standard size hardcovers or trade paperbacks before, you want to upgrade, this is the perfect time to do it. And last but not least, for the 4 omnibuses today, coming out on that same day is Hawkman by Geoff Johns Omnibus. This is a 2025 edition for this long out-of-print book at 688 pages at $100. This is going to collect issues 1 through 25 of Hawkman, which are also penciled by Rags Morales. Coming out in this as well, of course, is the Black Rain crossover with JSA that was also written, coincidentally, by Geoff Johns and also David S. Goyer, 56 through 58. And then, of course, the Secret Files and Origins of Hawkman, issue #1. Hopefully, this will have a lot better binding than the previous printings have. All right, next up on the reprint list is JLA Earth 2 Deluxe. I have seen this at many a half-price bookstore. Nonetheless, we are still going to be getting this out, coming out on the 23rd of September at 144 pages, coming out again with a $29.99 retail price. Collecting, of course, JLA Earth 2 by Frank Quietly and Grant Morrison. Next up, we got the DC manga box set at 1,074 pages at $49.99, coming out on the 28th of October. So for all of you manga lovers, you're going to be getting Superman vs. Meshi volumes 1 through 3, Batman Justice Buster volumes 1 through 3. Volume 4 isn't in the solicit, but I'm sure that they're going to add that on here as well. And Joker 1 Operation volumes 1 through 3. So if you're a fan of the Tankobon, if you're a fan of the manga, if you're a fan of Superman and food, this is for you. I wish that DC would make a Wonder Woman manga. I don't know how big the market is for, well, actually, I'm not even going to go into that. Next up, we got Batman, the Demon Trilogy, hardcover 2025 edition in a nice magazine size, coming out on the 9th of September at 304 pages at $24.99. You've got Batman Birth of the Demon #1, Batman Bride of the Demon #1, and Batman Son of the Demon #1, all in magnificent oversize in that magazine format, and will be nice to put on your shelf, maybe next to your Black Label collection. We got Swamp Thing by Rick Vake, Book 2, Synchronicity at $29.99, 408 pages, coming out on the 28th of October. This is going to collect Swampy issues 74 to 79, along with annual number 4, Hellblazers 6 through 12, and material from Who's Who Update issues 3 through 4. Next up on the list, we got a compendium, and that is none other than Batman Black and White at 1,216 pages, retailing at $59.99, coming out on the 7th of October. You've got Batman Black and White, 1996, 1 through 4, stories from Batman Gotham Knights, issues 1 through 49, Batman Black and White 2013, 1 through 6, and then the 2021 series of Batman Black and White. Next up, we got Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes Book 3 trade paperback, coming out on the 30th of September. This is going to be a 344-pager at $29.99, collecting Blue Beetle issues 26 to 36 and stories from Booster Gold, the 2007 series, I should say, 21 through 29. Next up on the list are all of the DC All-In books that are being published as of right now, current ongoings, and the first of which is my sneak favorite of the line, and that is none other than Chris Condon and Montos's Green Arrow, the Freshwater Kills Arc, Volume 4 of the series, coming out on the 16th of September. If you love Green Arrow by Mike Grell, you are going to love this book. This is $17.99, 168 pages, collecting issues 17 through 24 of Green Arrow. Next up, we got the New Gods, the Falling Sky, hardcover and trade paperback. Probably my favorite regular universe Earth Zero book that is coming out right now from DC by Ram V, Evan Cagle, Jorge Fornes, and Riccardo Federici, who was on issue number 3. This is going to be going out on the 26th of August at 136 pages, $24.99 or $17.99, depending on whether you get the standard size hardcover or trade paperback. It is the same release day, collecting the first 6 issues of Ram V's brand New Gods. That's a lot of new in there. Next up, we got JSA Volume 1, Infinity Inc. versus the Justice Society. Yes, this JSA brand new ongoing is by Jeff Lemire and Diego Olortegui. This is going to come out on the 2nd of September, so $24.99 for the standard size hardcover or $17.99 if you want to opt in for the shorter trade paperback format, collecting the first 6 issues of the brand new JSA run. Also, with this, we have Supergirl, Universe Ends. I was wondering how they were going to collect these Supergirl backups in the Mark Waid Action Comics run from issues 1070 to 1081, but we finally have our answer here at 176 pages, $17.99 USD, collecting again those backups from 1070 to 1081 of Action Comics, part of the Superstars initiative, and then Supergirl Special issue number 1. And then, of course, we do have Metamorpho, the Element Man, another one of my favorites coming out from the DC All-In line by Al Ewing and surprise artist Steve Lieber. This is a very, very big Silver Age heavy inspired book coming out on the 23rd of September at 136 pages for $17.99. This is going to collect issues 1 through 6 of Metamorpho, the Element Man. And unfortunately, it looks like it's not really an ongoing. This is kind of a pain for me. Next up, we got Zatanna, hardcover, same day release as the trade paperback at $24.99, 136 pages of the Jamal Campbell current 6-issue Shazam miniseries. Next up, we got 3 DC released DC Black Label and other lines and series or reprints that aren't the big, nice, chunky hardcovers or trade paperbacks. The first of which is the Sheriff of Babylon by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits from the Vertigo line. Got the Vertigo label back on that set before those two skyrocketed into superstardom. At $29.99 at 304 pages, this is coming out on the 26th of August. This is going to collect the 12-issue series of Sheriff of Babylon. Next up, we have the Peacemaker Presents the Vigilante Eagly double feature story consultant by James Gunn, but you've also got art by Mitch Gerrits in this. Issues 1 through 5 are going to be collected in here. It is a 5-issue miniseries at 128 pages, $17.99. This is going to come out on the 23rd of September. And last but not least, we do have the Brave and the Bold, Volume 3, Demons and Dragons, 2025 edition of the Mark Waid 2007 run before he packed up his bags to temporarily write at Marvel. At 168 pages, $16.99. Coming out on the 30th of September, this is going to collect issues 13 through 16 of Brave and the Bold and stories from Brave and the Bold 181, Flash 107, and Impulse 107. Now, if you want to track all of these books, please do not hesitate to check out my website at
If you haven't yet, check out our website, comicreleases.com, my and Webhead's love letter to comics, a hotspot where you can finally figure out what's coming out, when, from what place. Our unique upcoming website tracker in the Collected Editions tab makes sure that you're on top of every single collected edition coming out on the market with release date updates to the minute, from the tiniest graphic novels to the giant generator deluxe hardcovers as large as an absolute. Our unique spreadsheet not only gives out the most accurate information out there, but our format also filters ensure that you can find your books as quickly as possible. The tracker also gives out links to domestic and international retailers so that you can purchase your comic books at the snap of a finger. We are also proud to host monthly solicitations as per given by the publishers that generously send us information to give to you all. From the Ultimate Universe to the creator-loved Oceans and Universes, we specialize in giving you the most readable format of solicitations without any of the annoying advertisements. If you also donate to our Patreon at just $2 a month, which is less than a coffee at Starbucks, you will receive access to a special watch list dedicated to individually tracking items that are on your wish list, past or present. Place in your tracking number and make sure that these books also not only come in safe, you can even put in special comments on these as well. On top of that, your name will also show up at the end of every single Dom of X video creates as a huge thank you. That is comicreleases.com. For more information, check this out down in the description. If you also want to contact me or Webhead, check the contact forms down in the description or email me down in the description.
Oh yes, we got a lot of DC books incoming. Let me know down in the comments section if you are going to be buying any of these hardcovers, if you're going to be switching out those Death of the Superman and Return of Superman omnibuses for the Triangle era omnibuses instead. They're going to be a lot more comprehensive. They're going to have a lot more. And of course, you get all of the backlog from that specific era of Superman where it was one editorial team with amazing writers and amazing creators at the helm writing Superman. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to be picking up that or anything else of the sort. I know that a lot of people have been asking when Volume 2 is going to come out of this and that. Like, seeing Joshua Williamson Flash on here is a nice thing to see. But let me know in the comment section if you are going to be picking up any of these or if you're going to be passing. Let me know all of that below. That is going to be it from me. I'm Dom of X. You be you. Take care. Dominate the day wherever you go.